everybody, the purpose of this video is to give you a quick overview of iTracker Pro. iTracker Pro can be found in Data Service Center when you log in under the Select an Application tab. You're going to go right here where it says iTracker Pro. From here, this is a data dashboard that you're going to be able to use to track information about your students, any common assessments, any state testing, any attendance issue. It's really a general overall data tracking system that we use throughout our district. So I just want to point out the different areas that are in here, and any extra more detailed information that you need, I suggest that you get with your mentor, because it's going to be different depending upon your role and your assignment within the district. So this tab right here is from the teacher perspective. This is great if you get a new student and you want to learn more about them. You can go into student detail and you can find out information from the student detail reports. You can search for anybody. You can find out not only their academic, but you can also find a background report, which will show up in the right-hand corner, and that will tell you, any attendance issues that they've had. If you want to see report cards from previous years, it basically gives you an overall snapshot of a student. So this may be needed if you get a new student. It might be needed if you have a particular student that you're looking to find a little bit more information about. Intervention groups, this would be if they're receiving any RTI services, and then this would be their plan. Your data dashboard is going to be great because this will show you how they're doing in all these different areas. So you can look at any particular subject area. You can see the names of each student that are on your list, but then you also have the ability to look at any assessment data from there by clicking the assessment tab over to the side. So this is awesome because it's color-coded and you can see all their benchmarking assessment, all their report card grades. It's kind of an overall snapshot, including any absences. So if you have a particular student that you want to look at, this will also take you to that student detail that I was telling you about, which is pretty cool. So you'll see how they've done in any of their intervention groups. You'll see any screener assessment, and this is a really powerful set of information that you'll get, as well as the background report that's over here. So let me head back to the main menu of iTracker. I want to point out here, right here, this curriculum progress monitoring. So this is where you'll be tracking throughout the year any progress that students have in terms of interim reports. If you're in the elementary world, you'll be putting in how they're doing in each of their science kits and math. This is where you're going to put your interim grades. This is different than eSchool, but this is only for elementary staff. You'll also be able to look at any diagnostic data, benchmarking data. So this would be if they're taking the SRI, if they're taking the STAR, DIBELS, all those things. You can click and you can look at how your class is done, and you can see how they come out based on the score. And I love that it's color-coded because that makes it really easy to look at quickly and easily for you. Any scoring that you have to manually input for Words Their Way is going to go right here. If you have to do the informal decoding inventory, right here. And here is the report section. This is really powerful, especially when you have a new class coming in. You can go in, you can look at how they've done in STAR, you can look at DIBELS, you've got anything for SRI. This is really powerful. I also want to point out the quick tips right here. This gives you a lot of help sheets. So if there's something in particular that you're looking for, this is a great place to go. So let's say you want to look at STAR data. You can click this PDF right here and that'll give you some quick tips. So I just wanted to point that out. And again, if you need any specific details or directions about iTracker Pro, I really would encourage you to check with your mentor or your reading or your math coach in your building. Oh, real quick, let me just point out one more thing. Referring a student for intervention. So when it's time for the SBT process and students are getting recommended to put into different intervention groups, your coach is going to ask you to refer a student for intervention. So if you're not sure of the process and your mentor is not sure of the process, you may just want to check with your building coach for that. So I hope you found this helpful and informative, and this is an overview of iTracker Pro. Talk to you later. Thanks.